What is up, everyone? Mr. Octagonal here from Octagonal Gaming. Now we have another NBA 2K18 or NBA 2K19 rebuild. Still have to get used to that. We're gonna be doing the New York Knicks today. Sorry, uploads have been a little bit slow the past couple days, and sorry that the 2K rebuilds, they haven't been coming out super fast. The next 2K rebuild, which you guys can vote for, link in the comments as well as the description. That'll hopefully be this weekend or maybe even earlier. So, the team we're going to be rebuilding is the New York Knicks. Big market, but they really don't have that good of a history. But they're going in the right direction. They have some talented young players, and there are rumors that they could sign a big-name free agent this summer, like a Kyrie or a Jimmy Butler, or maybe even Kevin Durant. So, looking at this roster, Kristaps Porzingis, he will 99.9% chance. He's going to stay here, obviously. Really talented, young, fun player. Hopefully he can be fully healthy after his ACL injury, because I really want to see him play well. And his Cantor, he is a very underrated player in my opinion, but I'm going to trade him. Tim Hardaway Jr., going to trade him. Mario Hezonja, this is a very interesting signing in the offseason, only a one-year contract. I think that's a pretty good move by the Knicks, but since it's a one-year contract and he might have a little bit of trade value, he's going to be traded. Accordingly, if you guys watched the Kings My League episode yesterday, we actually traded for him in the deal with the 76ers, which we got a couple picks as well. Accordingly, balled out. He scored 37 points, which is a career high, like 11 of 14 from 3. He was really, really good. But for the sake of a rebuild, obviously, because of his contract, we're going to trade him. Trey Burke, he had a pretty good season last year after really looking like a bust on the Jazz, but he's going to be traded. Kevin Knox, he has looked really good. He was phenomenal in the Summer League, and I think he had a pretty good first preseason game. So he's going to be someone we build around. Frank Ntilikina, I still don't know how to properly say that. Ntilikina, I think I got it right. Probably going to keep him, but I wouldn't guarantee that. Emmanuel Mudiay, he's a player I've always really liked for some reason, but probably going to trade him. Ron Baker, the redheaded goat, going to trade him. Noah Vonleh, he was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and then he fell to 9. Hornets picked him, and he obviously sucked. But we're probably going to trade him. He's on a one-year deal. Mitchell Robinson, he's probably going to be in the G League. Lance Thomas, bye-bye. Damian Dotson, I don't really care. Luke Cornett, I don't really care. Isaiah Hicks, I don't really care. I'm a little surprised the Celtics did it, since at the beginning of this negotiation, they seemed very unwilling, but that sounds good to me. We're going to be sending Tim Hardaway Jr., Mario Hezonja, and Enes Kanter. I know that's a little bit of a lot, but I think it's a good trade for the Kings pick, as well as Samanjaway, Ojuwanjaway, Daniel Tice, and Aaron Baines. We're going to be sending Courtney Lee to the Golden State Warriors for Quinn Cook and a second-round pick. This is going to be $12 million going against the Golden State Warriors, which could be huge for us in free agency. We have agreed to a trade with the Orlando Unmagical Magic. It's going to be Kem Birch and their first-round pick we are getting, and we're going to be trading away Trey Burke, Emmanuel Mudiay, a future first, and 3 seconds. I've been trying to trade for some young players like Wendell Carter, Miles Bridges, Colin Sexton, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lonnie Walker. It just didn't work out, because I didn't want to trade 2 first-round picks, or I didn't want to trade Frank Ntilikina. So here's a look at the team. I did trade away a couple players for like future first-round picks, but I didn't put it in the video because who cares. Frank Ntilikina, Damian Dotson, Kevin Knox, Kristaps, and Kem Birch is the starting lineup. Here is the beautiful bench. Mitchell Robinson is in the G League. So hopefully we re-sign Kristaps, and hopefully Jordan Franklin here averages a triple-double. So the Spurs offered us this trade, Darius Miller for Jakob Poeltl. And this is a really nice deal, so I'd be glad to accept it. DeMarcus Cousins ended up winning the MVP for the Warriors. We ended up going 15-67, which obviously was not good enough to make the playoffs, as we will watch a Warriors and Raptors finals. And am I going to be right? Probably. The Timberwolves made it. That's not going to happen in real life. And yep, Warriors and Raptors. Yep, I do. Like it is every time. And the Raptors win in 5. Kawhi Leonard is the Finals MVP. This game is broke. We have projected picks 1, 3, and 4. I think I made some pretty good choices when it comes to getting picks. And we end up getting 2, 3, and 5, so The draft lottery screws us over, like usual. I accidentally deleted the footage to rookie signings as well as the beginning of free agency. So with the second pick, we took best player available, that is RJ Barrett. With the third pick, same thing, we went with Zion Williamson. I've gotten Zion in like every rebuild. I promise I'm not a bandwagon Duke fan, that's just how it's happened to be. But a team I do like is the Kansas Jayhawks, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. And we ended up picking Quentin Grimes at 5. I could have picked another Duke Blue Devil and Cameron Reddish, but I picked Grimes because I wanted someone who could play both guard positions and go Kansas, I guess. And then at the beginning of free agency, we were about to match an offer for Kristaps, and we also want to sign Kemba Walker, so we need to clear up a little bit of cap space, and Lance Thomas should do just that. 2 second-round picks from the Milwaukee Bucks. Thank you very much. For a short-term simulation, this trade may not look like it makes a lot of sense. We will be swapping picks. We get the better of our pick or the Cavs pick, and then we're going to be swapping Kemba Walker for Trae Young. Now, I've never gotten Trae Young in a rebuild, so that's cool. And Trae Young and the Hawks do so well in the sim. He always puts up a gazillion points a game. 21 last year, and Kemba put up not even 20 on the Hornets. So Trae Young is really good on the sim, plus he's young. And we get a hopefully pretty good pick. With the cap space that we get from the Trae Young deal, I'm going to sign Chris Middleton. He's the best player in free agency. Probably going to trade him, but I might hold on to him for this year. Off camera, I traded Jakob Poeltl to the Hawks for a future first and Zaza Pachulia. The reason why I did that is because Poeltl's on a contract year and I didn't really want to pay him. And then I just made a deal with the Phoenix Suns to get as a backup big man. Quinn Cook and Zucchini will get us Rashawn Holmes, just because I don't really want to be super bad this year, so Rashawn Holmes should get some decent minutes off the bench. This is definitely the most unique team I've ever assembled on a 2K rebuild. Trae Young, RJ Barrett, Chris Middleton, Zion Williamson, and Kristaps Porzingis, so I moved to center. And then off the bench, Frank Ntilikina, Quentin Grimes, Kevin Knox, and Rashawn Holmes. So outside of Kristaps, there's no superstars. This team probably won't win a championship, but it is a pretty solid group, and I think we should win like 50 games. I got a proposed trade offer from the Celtics that would give them Chris Middleton for the Clippers' first-round pick, as well as Tim Hardaway Jr., which I thought that was a very interesting idea, getting that Clippers pick, because I know they're going to be pretty bad. So I'm putting Frank Ntilikina as the main, I guess, thing that the Celtics are going to get back. I'm willing to trade away Frank, just because I don't really think it makes sense for us to build around him. I think we can get a better backup point guard, as well as 4 seconds and a future first. Actually, can we make that like a Rockets first round pick? Because I know we have one of those. Or 2022. I'll do that. I don't really want to trade my 2021 pick. We'll be getting the Clippers pick, as well as Wes Fields and Andre Roberson. Roberson should give us some nice minutes. Okay, you know what? Now you guys are just being picky. Just do the counter offer. I'll do that. Great. Welcome to the team. After we made the trade to get the Clippers pick, I put Kevin Knox in the G League, which was like 15 games in. So most of Knox's season was in the G League. And then at the trade deadline, I traded Roberson because he's on an expiring deal to the Lakers for 5 Mikhailuk, go Kansas, as well as a future first. So we ended up as the 5 seed, 45 and 37, about where I saw us finishing. But the good news is I don't see the Cavs or Clippers, so it looks like we're going to have 2 lottery picks. So we're going to be taking on the 4-seeded Miami Heat. Obviously, the playoff simulation takes forever now. We're up 3-1, and we don't blow this. Please don't blow this. Alright, cool. We're going to be playing the 1-seeded Sixers. Probably not going to end good. And, okay, we got a win in Game 3, and we're going to lose in 5, it looks like. No, we win Game 6 and Game 5, and we... Okay, so the Sixers were up 3-1, and they almost blew it. Why are the Warriors not the 1 seed? That's strange, as the Lakers and the Sixers are in the finals. And it looks like LeBron's going to get a ring, or maybe not. And the Sixers win, so at least we lost to the champions. We have projected picks 1 and 2. Guys, I am a genius. We finished with 2 and 4. Obviously, the draft lottery isn't here to help us. The Jazz and the Pacers both finished in the top 5. That's a little bit surprising. I would have expected them to do good. We agreed to a deal with the Celtics. We traded Chris Middleton, 3 future firsts, so not pick 2 or pick 4, as well as Rashawn Holmes for Gordon Hayward. So we're basically just upgrading from Middleton. I saw this, and I figured I might as well do it. It's been real, Saman. We made a huge deal with the Portland Trail Blazers. We traded the 1st overall pick a couple other draft picks, as well as Quentin Grimes and a couple other scrubs for Damian Lillard. So we now have our point guards as Damian Lillard and Trae Young. That should be pretty interesting. I've been trying to trade for players like Nikola Jokic, but I had to settle on Clint Capella. I traded a bunch of first-round picks, including pick 4. I know that's way too much, but we needed another big man, so I had Here's a look at the squad. We absolutely should win the finals this year. Trae Young, Damian Lillard, Gordon Hayward, Kristaps Porzingis, and Clint Capella. Off the bench, RJ Barrett, Zion Williamson, Kevin Knox, and Mitchell We are the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Grizzlies somehow are the 1 seed in the West, and they only won 48 games. So if we make it out of the East, then we should be fine. But we're having trouble here in round 1. Don't lose. Okay, thank goodness. We win in 7. Now the 76ers, they beat us last year. So we're hoping to avenge them, and we're looking pretty good. Oh, dear. Come on, win game 7. Great. We are eliminated, which means another season. The team has not changed at all from last season to this year. So hopefully, now that our players are a little bit better, hopefully we can, win the championship. We ended up going 62-20, which was also good enough for the 1 seed for the 2nd straight year. I'm not going to be doing a 5th season, so it's championship or bust. We sweep the Milwaukee Bucks. Now it's time for Kawhi Leonard and the Toronto Raptors. Still, it's going to feel really weird watching Kawhi Leonard play for the Raptors. As we sweep them, now it's going to be the Indiana Pacers, so I know signed Kevin Durant, so it's not like they're totally good out of nowhere. And we're having a little bit of trouble with them, and we win in 6. Wait, no. We lose game 6, and we win game 7, taking on the Warriors. They don't have KD. They don't have Boogie. And we end up winning in 5. Damian Lillard wins Finals MVP. Here's a final look at the roster. Dame Dalla, Kristaps Porzingis, Gordon Hayward, Trae Young. At first, when I made the Trae Young deal, I didn't really know if that was a good deal. But obviously that paid off, as it helped us a lot in cap space. And Trae Young is probably better than Kemba Walker. I highly doubt Kemba's a 91. RJ Barrett, Clint Capella, Kevin Knox, who's an 86. Dang. That 1 year in the G League must have really helped his progression. Zion Williamson, Mitchell Robinson, Saviatoslav Mikhailuk. That'll end the video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.